Yo, welcome back. Today we're fitting another EV charger. Wasn't meant to be doing this today, however, it's all turned up today and I thought, I've got a few hours spare. I want to get out of the office of doing paperwork and it's just around the corner from my house, so we're here. We've got Doncaster EV Ultra cable, 15 metre reel, because we've got to go from here all the way around the house, all the way to the other side. Charger we're fitting is an Evec charger. You would have seen that on the last one. Just nice simple chargers. Customer can just plug in their lead and then plug it straight into the car. With these chargers, you've got to take all the screws out the back, take this mounting plate off, mount that, and then pre-wire it all, and then put it all back together, and then put it on the wall, and then you can test it afterwards via the socket there. Obviously you can get your R102 and all that through there. Job number one, so the customer wants the charger a metre across, so I'll get my tape measure a metre, get my laser level out, laser straight up, got my drills out, probably gonna get the combi and everything else out. Got some cheap multi-tool blades off Amazon, little good deal there, I think it was about 20 quid, and you get all the different ones, all the batteries, IMX level, we're gonna be needing that. So let's get all this gear out and put some batteries on charge, because I think every single one of these is dead from the other day. Yeah, every single one's dead. So we've got one battery and another one in the Hoover, but let's get my charger out and put them on charge on the power bank. I would just add as well, I'm not sponsored by Evec, Doncaster or Milwaukee. It's literally just the stuff I'm using. The Milwaukee stuff, a lot of it, all of it to be fair, I did get for free, but that was through sponsorship money from Unilight, not actually from Milwaukee directly themselves as sponsorship. So if you think I'm just saying it's good for the sake of it, because a lot of people will presume that I just get given stuff, and even if it's bad, I wouldn't say so. Like, I'm not going to lie as such. So yeah, but Doncaster EV Ultra cable is the best for these, because it has the built-in cat cable, the cat cable, or the 2-core data cable, would you call it, where you can connect the CTs straight onto the main incoming tails. And then regarding the Evec charger, that is just a nice, affordable charger for the homeowners. They retail at around 400 quid, something like that. Obviously it doesn't come with a lead, but some customers prefer that, because then there's less chance of the customer running it over, and you've not got a cable wrapped around on your side of your house. You can just keep the cable in your boot. The van is the right state, but power bank, absolutely working a treat. Charging my batteries up. With these Evec chargers, trying to get to the screws, the 6 screws all the way around, to take the outer casing off and the 2 side ones, you can do it with like a little Allen key which comes in the box, but you'll be here forever just twisting it. So what I do is get my Tool Check Plus from Wearer, get the little adapter so you can put it in your impact. So get that and that, push that in so it goes like that. Then you have the problem of your impact hitting that. So if that was in my impact now, it would hit that. Then, to get around that problem, I put that in there. It doesn't click in properly, but it will do for now. So I take that bit out, and then put this big long one in. And then, to solve all my problems and wrist ache, I just run round and whip them all out like so. So that's a good little tip for you if you install these all the time. This one, because it doesn't have a screen, I'm under the impression that you don't have to mount it within the 1.2 and 1.4 rule, because normally if it has a screen it has to be mounted within that. I normally go around that height anyway, to be fair, like central of the charger, because that's about the perfect height for like the average height of people when they're like grabbing it as such or plugging it in. All I've done now is, so I've measured off a metre off that wall where I want it to go, which is that pencil line there you can see, and then to level it up and mark it onto the wall, all I use is my Marksman, just because it's just easier, and the little stabilo level, pocket level. So I'll get that marked up and drilled. Got a 5.5 bit in the SDS, get these drilled, put my ear defenders on and goggles quickly, and then let's get these drilled. Sorry, Nan. See where I'm going to bring in my 25mm stuffer for the EV Ultra 4mm to come in, and then wire that up whilst it's on the floor, the EV Ultra, and then work my way back all the way round. So there's nothing really to go round obstacle wise until I get right around the corner, just round that gas meter. But I'm only going to here today, and then tomorrow I'm finishing off this bit. Drill this off with the Rumpertech. As you can see, this is how easy it is with the Rumpertech. You can, what I've found as well, where have I put it? 2 seconds, let me grab some. So they do sell like a thing to go through the middle to keep it on. However, typical Sparky, I've overcome and adapted. So if I put my foot on that, pull that off, put that through. No, I'll put the drum on first. So that's the drum on, and then to keep it from not spinning off, if I put that over there and then push that on, there we go. So that won't wiggle around as much now, and that will cause it to stay on. Now I'll just strip this end, just like that much, enough to get into the charger, wire the charger up, and I'll show you that process. Anything like this, outdoor sockets or anything on show, just keep that black bag, and then I lift the front off and I'll slip the bag all the way over the front, because you just don't want it scratching really. So that's a good little tip. Got a 25mm armor coal saw. That's all bagged up ready. Got me a little impact. I could get a combi out, but I'm too lazy. I'm just gonna go there, get it through, get a 25mm black stuffer in, get this cable through. I'll strip it first, and I'll run you through stripping it. It's not the funnest thing to strip. That's the only thing I'd say they need to improve on, stripping it. But then I probably just don't have the right tool for it. That's that cut. Flew straight out. Job's a good one. Now I am with my little gizmo from Amazon. So run that round, and it just takes a few of those little burrs off, and then you just flick it off with your finger. Just realised I wasn't recording any of that. I was pointing over here because I was too busy looking at it. But as you can see now, that's burr free, and I can get stuff and gland in there. To strip the EV Ultra, I'm currently using this Nipex stripper that Nick gave me. So you literally just push your thumb up. It's a bit like an ergo strip. Slide the cable through, and it's got an adjustable blade in the middle, which you can twist and set the depth, which I've already set it to the right depth for this. So then what I'm just going to do is eye up roughly how much I need. Just try and run it round in a straight line. And what I normally do is crack it first, so then the seal's cracked fully all the way around, and just double checking you've not caught the inner insulation, which you haven't. Then I can grab the white core and then pull that back. There we go. And that's snapped off. And then this one I'll just strip with my CK cutters, and then I'll just grab this and pull it all the way off. Oh. He says. Just had both sets of grips on that, and that's fully in. I like to push in quite a bit on these chargers, just because naturally they are potentially going to be pulled by anyone. So if you put enough slack in and you do up your stuffing glands tight enough, and then the CT clamps into this here. It does come with stuffing glands. I just don't really like to use them ones. Prefer to use my own ones. So these ones here, this is where you connect your CT, and red and blue just goes into CT1. So you wire it into this, the top two, and then you push that on into CT1. So if I move that over, I don't know how well you can see down there, behind that yellow wire there, there's a little chart that says CT1, and that's the top two terminals. Terminated the CT now. I'm going to get that pushed in, and then I'll move on to live, neutral and earth, get them ferruled up. Look at all those tools just for one tiny little job of wiring up a car charger. That's all wired up, ferrules are on, CT clamps on, so I can take this cover off now, put the screws back through, get it all sealed back up, and then put this cover back on, just protect it while I screw the front back on, because the actual charger screws to the wall plate through them side screws. Got the IMAX 360 laser set up. I've just blinded you with a laser. Straight up, on the run, in line with the stuffing gland. So now, technically we're not in the middle of the brick, but it's going to work out perfect, because we can actually get rid of that damaged brick. That's like, what is a coincidence of that? So there's definitely going to be a clip going on that one, but I'm not going to go that top one, because I want a nice swooping bend, rather than it being that dead tight. So we'll go this one down. So I'll just do some pencil lines on my laser. So we'll go there. Sorry, my brain wasn't capable of talking to you guys and trying to work that out. So we're going to go with that one. Then we're going to go 3 bricks of gap. So then we've got 1, 2, 3. So then the second clip will be on the first yellow stone. And then we'll have 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And then obviously the clip on that one. And then 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And then the last clip on the red brick, which is the course we're going to run along. Just cover the wheat vent a bit, and then go all the way around on that course. Once I get here, to be fair, I might grind out that mortar line and then jump onto the bottom line on there. As the bottom line is showing, yeah, I'll go on the very bottom line all the way along here. So we need a 10mm drill bit, which I've just got for the linear clips. I've got some linear clips in my van, picked them up from CF today. Didn't actually get robbed today, to be fair, from CF. It was like £9.80 including that, so it's about the going rate for linear clips. But smashing them in, I don't have a rubber mallet yet, because it was next day delivery on Screwfix. So what you do is, I did this little trick the other day. You get your insulation tape and just wrap about half the roll around it and just gently tap them in. So let's give this a go. I'd rather do this than replace all the clips in the wall. I'd rather use a pound roll of insulation tape. I think that'll do us. It's about half the roll gone. And that's that all drilled. I've had to put an extra one there so then I can get a nice swooping bend, and then I'll drill the centre of the brick here on the edge. Sorry about that noise in the background. People across the road have decided to dig up the whole road, which is probably going to trap me in, but let's quickly get this done and then we can come back tomorrow and finish off. So 10mm linion clips, get them smashed in, and then I'll work my way all the way around, drilling it up, and then at the very end I'll run back around with my hoover and my big wipes and give everything a wipe. Just told you all a big lie, I didn't get big wipes in the end. I went for, Nick uses big wipes, but I prefer these. They're ultra grime wipes, power scrub ones, so they're soft on the one side and they're a bit like harder on the rougher on the one side as well. These are the linion super clips. I'll just grab one out. So once you drill your hole, you just slip it over the cable, a bit like a cable cleat, and then just gently tap it in. Ideally you run a rubber mallet, but my improvisation will work. Before I do this, I will just say as well, if Mitch, if you're watching this, these aren't your ones, dude. You're probably thinking I'm robbing all your stuff out your van. So Mitch, give me some stock. All your stuff's still in here, mate. Don't worry. This is how we're looking so far. It's cleated all the way down. I put an extra little clip there, which is out of the judgments, only by one brick, just so we've got a nice cleat there, a nice cleat there for a nice tight swooping bend. Still yet to clean up. Another one there, another one there. I've got the grind out with the Tool Plus blades in. I'll put a link to them in the description, they're good. My mate sells them, that's his company. I've just grinded out a bit of the mortar in a corner of the brick there, so then I can get a nice snug bend without catching the cable. And then going onto these, I'm going to do every other brick. So I'll go central of the brick there, and then central on the brick on that one, and then just go all the way across. Fingers crossed got enough cable. All the way across to here. And then once we get to here, I'm just going to stop here for tonight. Got these on as well because these new build bricks splinter absolutely everywhere. Oh gosh, that was not fun. Right, let's get them smashed in. And there we have it from the outside now. You can barely see it. Obviously, it's at that time of year where all the plants and everything are dead, but nice and level all the way along, no sagging. And then when we get around here, we've got to go around that, underneath, and then into the electric box. And then this is the side where it comes up. Just need to clean up and give everything a wipe and a hoover. But at least today, whilst it was dry, I got this majority of the outside work done. So then tomorrow I can just finish up powering up, doing all the necessary tests, setting up the app with the customer. That's the charger all clean, peeled off the seal, and we're all done for today. So nice sleek charger, all clean, wiped down all the cable. The overall run with grinding out the corners is very nice. All the way along into this corner where I decided to loop it down. I've put the correct tape and everything, so that's all fine. And then going round under the gas box, I just need to bury a few more stones this side and then just go along and then up straight into the fuse board, which is going to be the other side of the wall. But I'm going to carry that out, finish this off tomorrow as the customer's not in at the minute, so I can't get access to the property. So I'll finish this off tomorrow. I've just come around the corner, getting blinded by the sun. It's the next day. That car charger is now all completed. I couldn't get any more footage because the builders on this new build estate decided to rip up the whole entire road, as you would have heard towards the end of yesterday. But now they've been back today and literally dug the whole road up. And let's just say they're using a massive digger, massive steel saws, and it's pretty much, you can't hear a thing. Even in the house, all you hear is, so yeah, it was pointless trying to record because it would have just been the world's most annoyingest noise in the world. But yeah, all done, all tested. So I've come back home. I've got the rest of my paperwork to finish from yesterday. Originally, I had today off as a day off booked in, just because I'm away for the weekend. I need to go and get a haircut. I need to finish some loose ends, do some more paperwork. But then yesterday, I had a paperwork day and I was doing 2 hours. I got towards the end and I thought, and then all that stuff turned up. I thought, it's great. It's an excuse to get out of the house, go for that car charger, make a good start for the 2 hours work. So today, all I've done is wire into a MCB into the board. It's both already got Type A RCDs because it's a brand new build with a Hager board and surge protection. So all up to standards. So yeah, it's got a MCB covering it and an RCD and surge protection. EV Ultra cable, put the CT clamp on so the customer can do load management, and you can see how much on the app, set that up with the customer's phone so they can see how much they're using on the Evec charger, putting in their kilowatt per hours, suggested to the customer they either go with Octopus or British Gas, something like that, and get a flexible tariff, because now they've got an EV charger installed, they're eligible for one of those. So all the paperwork wise left to do is fill out the install certificate. I've got all the results, got the customer's information, and then I tried to get hold of DNO yesterday, because you can notify them before or you can notify them after you've had your charger installed. Tried to get hold of them yesterday, but because it's a new build, I don't think the postcode's registered yet. So I'm going to have to ring them up and do it over the phone, which, fingers crossed, should be easier in a way, because then you're actually talking to a person and you can do it there and then, not a robot over online. So wish me luck, but I'm going to leave this one here. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.